Dear friends, I just wanted to share a few short ideas on the extraordinary events that happened today, that everyone is riveted to their seats and been watching some of these images. And it's just extraordinary. It's powerful. It's heartwarming to see these poor three hostages finally reunited with their families, their loved ones. I mean, I just keep getting this image of those hugs, how powerful those hugs must have felt to hug their loved ones after so long, nearly 500 days in captivity. It's an incredible sight to see. But what are some of the lessons we can maybe learn from this? You know, Pidyon Shvuyin, redeeming our captives, is probably looked at as one of the most important mitzvahs in all of the Torah. The Baal HaTanya says that it's one of the highest ways to emulate God. You know, God, he says, redeemed us from captivity when he took us out of Egypt. And we are commanded, of course, v'halachta b'drachav, to walk in God's ways. And one way we can do this by also redeeming our fellow brothers and sisters when they're in captivity. It's an incredibly powerful thing, but all of us have been struggling. Was this a good deal? Was this not a good deal? What does this mean in the big picture? Did we give up too much? Did we give up, all these murderers that are being let loose? What does this mean for our security for the future? I just want to share one idea, one thought. The thought is, Mi ka'amcha Yisrael, who is like the Jewish people? That we are willing to go so far to redeem even one precious soul. The lengths that we're willing to go to just to even redeem one precious Jewish neshama. There's a beautiful story from about Reb Menachem Mendel of Riminer, his father. Someone asked Reb Menachem Mendel of Riminer, someone asked his father, how are you privileged to have a son, the great Hasidic Rebbe Reb Menachem Mendel of Riminer, who is a tremendous Hasidic master? How are you privileged to have such a son? So he said, I was poor my whole life when I had a family and I was struggling, but I always had a dream one day to be able to save up enough money to buy a farm. So for years and years and years, I was saving up money. I needed 10,000 rubles to buy a farm. Buying a farm in those days, that was like buying prime real estate, something that'll, in Manhattan, something that'll keep giving and giving and giving you money. And that was his dream, and he finally saved up enough money. He saved up 10,000 rubles. And what happened? On his way to go to the farm that he was planning to purchase, he sees this little boy and girl tied to the ground. And they were crying. This little Jewish boy, little Jewish girl crying. And there was the landowner standing over them. And he asked the landowner, what's going on? What's going on over here? And he said, these two children, their father couldn't pay me rent for years. He owed me so much money in rent, so I took his children, and I'm going to sell them into slavery, and the money that I make from that will pay all of the years of rent that he owes me. So he asked, how much does he owe you in rent? So the landowner said, he owes me 10,000 rubles. So without thinking, this father of the future father of Menachem Mendel of Riminer handed over all $10,000 and gave it to him. That night, Menachem Mendel of Riminer's father had this dream. And in the dream, Eliyahu Navi, Elijah the prophet, came to him and he said that in the merit that you were willing to go so far to save two special Jewish souls, two precious Jewish neshamas who were in captivity, God will redeem you, so to speak. God will give you a son one day who will light up the world with Hasidic Torah, with Hasidic wisdom. You will have a wonderful son one day who will change the world. And of course, he had the son of Menachem Mendel of Riminer. The lengths sometimes, when we go to such lengths to redeem our fellow man, maybe this could be, in this story that we just are witnessing today, that maybe this could be because of the lengths that we were willing to go to rescue our fellow Jewish brothers and sisters. Maybe in this merit, God will redeem all of us from captivity. We won't have to anymore see anyone taken into captivity. We will see true peace in the land of Israel. We will see the true destruction of our enemies. And all of our captives will return home to Zion, Barina with great joy. Let this all happen very soon. Wishing everyone here a wonderful rest of the week.